Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 60 Seconds Reatomized? I don't know. It's a roguelike survival game. We're just gonna go straight into the normal mode. And we're gonna. Sure, we'll be Dolores, and we'll play on Fat Man difficulty. Begin adventure. Let's see how this goes. You get 60 seconds to plan out. There's a flashlight over there, axe right there. Timmy, we gotta go. Get a bottle of water to the shelter. Pick you up. Pick the phone. No, just drop you off. Let's get the husband. You know how it be. Go in here, and then just drop that off, and then get the map. Get the soup. Go into this room. Oh, soup and water. Oh my God, I don't have enough. I don't have enough things. We want the gas mask real bad. And get that water and whatever the fuck that book is. Okay, I got an achievement, Girl Power and Home Sweet Home. Oh man, I don't think I have a lot of supplies. I got another achievement, Family Guy. We got a little bit of soup there. Got a Boy Scout, a map, and a gas mask spray. All of us made it to the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway, so that's where we get the pesticide thing from. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us are already due. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Everybody's fine. I think I'm going to play the long con and pass everyone up today. 1 minute, it was all fine, and the next, we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. We're going to survive this. Let's just sleep on it. Day 2. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. So everybody's normal, it seems. So, go on to the next day. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Everyone's like excited about it, but I have a gas mask. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. Not a word in hours, none at all. We can't just stare and stare at the walls. We need to do something about this. I don't have a portable radio. Everybody looks very tired and upset. There is nothing here. If we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Everybody needs some water. Why are you all tired? Get some water. Everybody is sleepy. What's that? A rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats. And what's with the double tail? We can't let that thing get to our supplies. Fuck. The beast rode in one and stole our food. Can or no can, at least we have each other, right? We're just worried it'll come back to finish what it started. Doris is still tired. Can't sleep to sleep. No one's thirsty. I don't know how to get them to sleep. There it goes again. Noises, weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes, walls? Is it something behind the door? We don't know, and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Play some checkers. I got an achievement called Prepper. Survive for 5 days. Why don't you guys sleep? You're all so tired. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in our fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who is clearly not a trumpet player, and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter, so that they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Should we let them in? Nah, dude. That sounds like they're trying to steal from us. Yo, sleep, people. Everybody's thirsty. We didn't answer those particular calls and kept the door locked until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure what those people... We want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but harmless people... But can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Everybody's tired and thirsty. Hit them up with that water. I would love it if they slept. Timmy and Mary Jane are in need of some physical exercise. Letting them run outside in the wasteland seems a bit too adventurous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. It's not like we have any expensive vases or antique dishes down here. Broken, should we let the kids play? Won't that make them more tired? Let's see what you break. All thumbs. Fuck, they broke something. The map. Once again, we have proven to be irresponsible parents. Letting children run around in such a small place cannot end well. We're not sure who pushed who and what exactly caused it, but the kids managed to shove some items off the shelf. Truth be told, the kids seem a bit happier, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Wait, it actually is. -1 map. They need rest, and they're hungry. Food, 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 food. I would love it if... Go. Go. We opened the bunker door this morning to let some fresh radioactive air. We discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was a note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? Do they sleep? I heard a snoring noise. Are you sick? You look sick. Inside the suitcase we found some soup, But yuck, it expired a long time ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spend the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. No longer hungry. Mary Jane has an illness. You're sick. Have some soup. I'm sorry you're sick, but the gas mask. Go get some stuff, sick lady. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon with the gas mask. You're thirsty. You're thirsty. And you're thirsty. Onwards. It has become more and more difficult to breathe in the shelter the last couple hours. We suspect there is something wrong with the ventilation. Maybe it got stuck somehow. Maybe we need to investigate, or we might suffocate. Not bug spray. Scout handbook. I got an achievement. I will survive. Survive 10 days. You're sick. Using the handbook to research the vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figured it's full of pointers on how to fix things. It must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out of that cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell, and it seemed to give us a fever. So now you're sick, and you're all still tired. Get some soup. We're either going crazy or this entire shelter is crawling with little insects, or worse, it's worse. There's spiders. And not miniature ones, but huge, furry, creepy beasts. We gotta do something about them. Was that man always there? Oh. I wonder if that keeps track accurately. Because it's 10, and we're on day 10. I don't feel like spraying bug spray would be good for us. Fuck it. It's bugs. There's one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing the furniture. It's the bug-killing spray. This was the right time to unleash this deadly weapon, and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. So you guys are doing good. You're sick. And you're hungry. No. 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 We got a ration like this. Who'd have guessed it? That the last can of soup would be the source of grief, not joy. The idea was to ration it carefully, but Dolores insists on serving the whole thing right now. Should we do it? No soup. Dolores. Fuck off. I heard you cough. Are you sick now? Oh no, it was him. Negotiations took all night, but we got a peaceful resolution in the end. Dolores agreed to stash the soup for later. Are you dead? You're thirsty and hungry. You're thirsty. You're thirsty. I do not have a radio. We can keep sitting on our backsides in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from the radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would have ruined such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be some out there who could help us. Let's keep our eyes and our ears open. so this does not accurately keep track. If there is one thing we need to do, it's use the radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Are you coming back? You're tired. There's a star down there. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet here we are. We can clearly hear the phone ringing outside. It must be a public phone booth on the other side of the street. Could somebody go answer it? Dolores. Is she dead? Did I miss a thing about how she's super dead? Because she's still not back. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves with the survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they get back to us. Sick. Fine. Fine. There isn't a lot of space down here, and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today, revealed a hole. We felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source of the stench? Yes. Still not back. That seems problematic. We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. We fear something bad has happened to her. She dead. She's super dead. You thirsty? Get some water. You thirsty? Get some water. You thirsty and hungry. Fucking needy. Yeah, we should go. We need to get more supplies. We were about to go to sleep and we heard some scratching coming from the door. At first it sounded like an angry rat trying to eat the damn thing. We soon discovered it was much worse. Someone on the other side of the door was trying to pry it open. We need to act. I don't have anything. Are we dead? Oh my dude, you're not looking good. Ted was badly wounded during the assault. This is not looking good. You're sick and hurt. You're hungry. Timmy, you're in the best shape. You're not getting anything. You gotta figure it out, my dude. Timmy went out into the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Ted hasn't recovered from his illness yet. Ted is still suffering from his injuries. Everybody seems to be fine besides Ted being sick and hurt. Open in the name of freedom came a shout from the other side of the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone introduces themselves or planning to kill somebody in the name of freedom, should we open? No. Ted, my dude, you're looking real bad. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was just the wise thing to do. Let's hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Ted is super sick. They're both thirsty. Get some water. I would love to give you a soup can too, Ted, but I think you're just gonna have to fuck it. There's nothing more surprising than a knock on a fallout shelter door. Who could it be? Should we investigate? Like, could it be our child? You're also sick, Dolores. A group of travelers wearing gas masks and carrying some serious-looking equipment gave us some purified water. Before we can thank them, they turned around and left. Opening that hatch was a bit risky. It seems it gave us some awful sickness. That coughing is driving me crazy. Fuck. It's been a while, and we don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If only we had a chance to tune into some emergency radio broadcasts to learn a thing or two. I got an achievement, survivalist, for surviving 20 days. Hey, there's another drawing. It's a cow. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without a clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. We can't just sit around while Dolores is so sick. She would love to eat something. I hit him up with some soup. Are the walls closing in on us? Is the space getting smaller with every passing minute? We need to get out of here now. Open the door. Open the damn door. Fuck it, dude. We're already sick. What could happen? Get more sick? Probably. Opening the door and letting contaminated air in was a great idea. Now, instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. Ted's about to die. The tension in the shelter has been rising ever since the unfortunate panic attack and opening of our door incident. Dolores has been mad about this, and she's not giving it up. We will end up fighting unless we talk it over, should we? Yeah. Communication's key. Dolores had to release some steam, that is all. We're a bit tired, but this can hopefully be cured with tonight's sleep. Sick and tired. Sick, agony, and tired. It's good. Still no radio. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be a good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Haha, too bad. Is Timmy back? Timmy, what the fuck, dude? Hungry and tired. You didn't bring back any soup? If there's one thing we need to do, it's use radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast that might be transmitted to our area. It's either that or strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sound a bit more sane. We were so afraid of Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe now. One of the buildings to withstand the blast turned out to be our local bus stations. If any passengers survive, they have long abandoned the buses, leaving behind hordes of personal things. Backpacks, bags, sacks, and one guy left a cupboard. It was difficult to resist looking into it. Guess what? There was another smaller cupboard inside. Our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship taking place somewhere in the boondocks. There was a bus full of refreshing water and spare shoes. Unfortunately, none of them were a match for us, so we just took the water bottles. This last expedition got us thinking, maybe we could just drive away from these nightmares somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We'd better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Well, Timmy, you fucked up because he didn't get us any fucking soup. No one's in the condition to go outside. A young man knocked on our door today asking for help. He said he's been watching us for a while and he believes we're good, decent people, though he hoped he would meet under different circumstances. He could really use our help now. The mission is rescuing his town sister, who went missing while trying to infiltrate a nearby bandit camp. He promises it'll be worth our while. Fucking Ted, you're almost dead anyways. Go. It sounded like he died. Oh, shit. Why do we have the body? The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader was actually their father. Crazy, small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. We haven't done anything but Dolores' sickness. Ted's wounds were too serious to leave untreated, but they became infected and took Ted's life. I can give you guys some water. I got plenty of water. No one's ever gonna leave again. I will trade this for a gas mask. We heard the knock on the door this morning. We held our breath in fear, but we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open it up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out and now they offer other items to smart girls. So yeah, we did the trade. The girls were very kind, and their prices were more than fair, so we gladly accepted their offer. How very clever of them to keep their business alive after the apocalypse. We're impressed. They're hungry now. Timmy keeps falling asleep in his chair. He needs a few days rest. I'm sorry, I can't feed you. Last time we went out on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting there in the open. Looks damaged. Might contain useful supplies. Go, Timmy! You didn't come back with soup, Timmy. We have a radio. The tank might have been badly damaged on the outside, but we found a working radio on the inside to make contact with the military. They were willing to lend us a hand, but we need to have an operational radio ready for their transmission in our shelter. Dolores has been putting out. They're hungry. We received another transmission from the army. They'll be doing a quick sweep of the area and asked all survivors to leave markings in the nearest bus stop to indicate they're around. The markings are made with cards. Guess we won't be able to play poker, but that... Oh my fucking god, I don't have cards. That's so specific. Damn it, missed our chance to get the military to know where we are. There is a good bet they'll be back again, but when would that be? gonna give them some water. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is more important than the rest of the world. Yes. The dark side. I got an achievement for being evil. They have a med kit. We went, got what we needed, and came back. We're sure that the group will do just fine. Most probably, yeah, absolutely. They're gonna die of starvation, but I can hit you up with a first aid kit. Have some water, guys. At breakfast, we heard a knock on the door. It was a man with a rather excessive number of arms. He had told us his group was having hard times finding supplies wherever they go. They got shot at first sight and asked questions later. It's probably because of their appearance. The friendly mutant presented us with an offer in exchange for supplies. His folk would escort us on our next expedition to make sure we come back safely. Give him some water. Day 29. The stranger quickly became a friend when we agreed to his terms. It doesn't cost that much, and we will sleep easier knowing that we'll come back safely on our next trip to the surface. They're so hungry. We found some weird mushrooms growing in one of the walls. Food shortage is no laughing matter, so maybe it'd be a good idea to grab a mushroom bite or two. Okay, this can go terribly, but we are very fucking hungry. Day 30. Those were delicious. Our only concern is that they were glowing in the dark. And now we are 2 for that matter. They're no longer hungry and they still have not rested. A sleazy looking trader came carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offers us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we can get the bag and all its contents. Can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? I don't think I would have made that deal even if I had food, but... Day 31. There's some more paintings now. There was a hand back there. Our grandparents always told us never to buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk's in that mysterious bag. They're thirsty. Here's some water. It seems awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe, maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. It is time for an expedition. You maniacs, you blew it up. Ah, damn you all to hell. That's something we should have told our neighbors when they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. Day 32. Who knows, maybe the new world will offer new opportunities, and it won't be that bad. They're hungry. Go out there with your gas mask, Dolores. Day 33. How's it going, Timmy? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. You're hungry. Timmy, don't break my fucking radio. Hey. Bullets to a gun I don't have. Ah, there's a can of food! Okay, some friendly soul on the radio was talking about a supply pack she just lost during the trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got the package before anyone else. Timmy still hasn't arrested. Get you some soup and some water. On our way back from the last expedition, we noticed some drawings on a half-ruined wall nearby. It was a very crude map of our town, and one place was marked with an X. Timmy, I believe in you. Hey, there's a medkit. Lucky find, we were afraid the map was a trap leading us straight into a camp of bandits, but it turned out to be true. At the end of the path, we found some supplies that might be helpful to us. Still hungry, are we? Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies and says he will reveal some state secrets to us in return. Nah, dude. You sound like a crazy dude. Day 36. As a rule, we don't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially ones who attempt treason. We told him to go back whatever planet he dropped to Earth from. He got angry and stormed off, mumbling something about her souls are going to be devoured by alien lord Yontar. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. Timmy, you're still very hungry. Your mom is not even going to know that this soup existed. Another broadcast. Weird if we had some fucking cards. I'm not even gonna read it because I'm mad. Day 37. Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where they are. Are you still hungry? Damn, Timmy. Our town used to be a very quaint and friendly place before the blast. One of the town folks we often recall as an old man, Jim, who would sometimes limp through our street. Turns out he's alive and well and still homeless. Some things never change. He clearly misses us as much as we miss him. He's been banging on our shelter door for the past few hours, whether or not we want to buy a rock. Don't really want to buy a rock. Day 38. Timmy is no longer hungry. Woo! Timmy is no longer thirsty. We were ready to consider it, but the old man was really unprofessional. He didn't have the necessary documentation with him, not even a warranty or contract for us to sign. Also, we don't have a pen. This transaction's not going to happen. You're good. There's an armed, dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us that she hunts wild beasts of the waste, and right now she's on a trail of a giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you going to do with that spider lady? Put it on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she'll return the favor one day. Alright, I have no use for this ammo, so you can take it. What goes around is an achievement I got. Dolores, you're back with water and not food because you're a dumb hoe. She couldn't have hurt us. She could have hurt us, but she didn't. That counts for something. So we rewarded her with our spare ammo. Let's see if she keeps her word. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. On day 39, by the way. The friendly mutant group lent us a hand, as promised. We felt much safer with them around, and everybody make it back without a scratch. We hope we will get the chance to meet that group again. So who are you gonna call when the world is on fire? The fire department. We were thrilled to find the place still running. Firefighters redecorated the place and redid their outfits. Most of the walls were messily painted in black and red, and the fireman helmets now have a grim skull symbol on them. We never thought our local firefighters had such artistic souls, so alternative. Near the garage, we found a few firefighters shooting off some giant muted cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in on the fun and managed to fill some bottles of water in the process. Outside, next to the entrance, we found a mannequin dressed in police uniform, nailed to the wall with a fire axe. It must have been an art installation of sorts, and we're sorry to ruin it, but we really needed that axe. At the back of the station, we found a few lockers with hand grenades and landmines. We're not sure why firefighters need an arsenal of this caliber, but we unlocked it and took the padlock that was used to steal the lockers. Although initially friendly, the firefighters became a bit anxious after a while. They handed us a can of bug spray and asked us not to tell anybody about what we saw here. We're not sure why. Maybe they're too humble and don't want people to come shower them with gifts. Plus one bug spray. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We window shopped near by parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burnt out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe the future expeditions will be more lucky. She's really hungry. My dude, I don't have any food for you. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later. Where was I? Oh, rather than later, and planned a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. Fucking use the bug spray, I guess. But if it's growling, it doesn't sound like... I got an achievement, Last Man Standing, survive for 40 days. Insect killing spray can wipe out any mutated mosquito, as well as creatures lurking in the shadows. It didn't bother us again. Dolores needs some time to rest. She seems exhausted. There has to be some water left. They both want some water. Timmy, you gotta go out there, my dude. And find some soup. Timmy went out to the wasteland. Some people keep dogs and cats, and then there's the ones that travel around with huge mutant spider on a leash. Turns out, one of them was the huntress we helped some time ago. She came back and shared a meal with us. She tamed her pet spider, tagged along, and turned out pretty friendly. We're pretty sure it purred when we petted him on the head, right above his huge, bloodthirsty, terrifying eyes. Cute. You're not hungry anymore, presumably. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Dolores is no longer hungry. That radio of ours has been silent for the past few hours. We need our news. We need our music. We all agree on that, and if it's refusing to cooperate, we need to hand meddle with it until it works. Dolores, if you break my fucking radio, I swear to God. We did what we could, but we still can't hear anything, damn it. Dolores wants some water. There's some water. This is terrible. We can't sleep. We've been having problems sleeping ever since we got down here, but now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with this problem, we might have to cope with other challenges outside. What does the first aid kit have to do with that? I'm not going to use my first aid kit on this. Day 44. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were. If there are other problems we need to face soon, just let's hope our yawning will be enough to scare the raiders away. Dolores' sanity is questionable. You would expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet, since you know most of the people aren't around anymore, yet we have someone at the door. We opened it and encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit, Fallout, who asked us to trade him a water chip. A water chip? What the hell is that? We have plenty of water, so I'm going to go ahead and make this trade. Timmy's back with no fucking soup. And you broke my fucking... Timmy, my dude. The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip or that we didn't know what that one was. He did help himself to the water we offered and explained that the chip is of utmost importance. Before we learned anything, he left into the wasteland. We were so afraid of Timmy, but he came back. We found our way into a nearby hospital, which despite heavily structural damage is still standing. This site wasn't pretty though. What used to be inside the hospital is now all over the place. Whatever survived the past blast wave anyways. There seemed to be plenty of bottles of liquid in one of the wards. Peroxide or not, water is water, and beggars can't be choosers. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. They're tired. You're hungry. Should have brought some soup back, fucking devil child. Our last expedition brought news of a vehicle parked just down the street. It sure looked unique, but never got close enough to get a good look. We're almost certain it's not a bandit trap. Perhaps we could send someone over to check it. Timmy, go get it, my dude. Day 46. A shocking discovery. It was a dirty ice cream truck. It was a little crispy around the edges, and it was also missing wheels and some other crucial parts. But the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing just to drive away and leave this radioactive hell behind us? I don't know what that means. Timmy has arrested. Thirsty. No one's going outside. Another broadcast to the military. Yeah, I would love to. I don't have cards. Or food. Alright, damn it, we missed our chance. They're hungry, no longer thirsty. Dolores is going crazy. What's that? The radio static. Stop for a moment. Let's try tuning in onto that signal. Yeah. Day 48. We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive during the next expedition. Um, it's gonna be a while. Because everybody's so fucking shitty. Enough of this plain, tasteless water. Dolores is really craving a cup of coffee, real, true, blue American coffee. The kind that you can drink 5 cups and still feel sleepy. But where are we going to find this in the wasteland? Where Dolores' favorite diner is used to be a few blocks away. Maybe someone should go on a coffee run, but who? Timmy. I don't trust sending Dolores out there. She's fucking crazy, dude. Our volunteer came back empty-handed. Apparently the diner's just a sad hole in the ground with some seats lying around. What a letdown. Dolores has been putting on... She's bad. Here's some thirsty. Here's some thirsty. No one can go. Dolores and Timmy both love to read. They are so both craving some fun and challenge that doesn't include radioactive agony or being eaten by a mutant raccoon. They decided to hold a competition on who can read the scrapbook faster. Insane? Should we let them? Day 50. Well, the book's gone. Oh dear. They basically tore the book apart, and it was impossible to say who. Both Dolores and Timmy seem really content, though. Maybe one book was a small price to pay for their temporary happiness. She's no longer insane. Woo. They're still hungry. Sleazy-looking trader carried an equally scruffy bag. The mysterious bag deal again. We're passing. Day 51. We've officially made it to the aliens. Are you sick over there, Timmy? It looks like it. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything. Yep, we did that already. Tired, starvation. You're sick. Get that med kit. I wish we could do like a water to food deal. The salesman was very friendly, but he didn't have anything to interest us. Thirsty. Thirsty. We know there's a group of bandits camped near our shelter, but we're not exactly powerless. With a bit of luck and force, maybe we could show them we're not to be trifled with. Can't just murder them all, but it's worth a try, isn't it? Fuck it, dude. Go fuck them up. Maybe you can get some food out of it. The axe is gone. We won the battle. These bandits were no match for us. We quickly overpowered them and forced them out of our camp. We were all quite exhausted, but it was definitely worth it. We hope they don't bother us for a while. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last till the morning. Dolores is rested, no longer thirsts. Timmy has always enjoyed running around like crazy and riding his bike. A compact shelter has little to offer for a boy with legs that are way too long for it. He's been asking for a chance to go outside. Should we risk his life and send him for a short walk? No, Timmy, you gotta fucking deal with it. We're all in this together. Dolores is sick. We had to say no. What else could we do? Dangerous. And Timmy's sad puppy eyes aren't enough to convince us. And no, chewing your own foot is not convincing the argument either. She is sick. We don't have a med kit. Dolores says she's fine, but we're not sure. Yeah, let's fucking try. play a game, they said. It'll be fun, they said. They never mentioned picking one would be so much trouble. Day 55. Where did Timmy go? We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying, and we quickly stopped. Dolores' hunger drove Timmy insane. When we realized he won't be able to provide for him, he snuck out and never returned. Timmy's gone. One-way ticket. Day 60. We died. Dolores is on our way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Equipment, that. It was stupid of us to leave the trap door open. Someone took advantage of it and moved in. An entire family. We don't even know took our place and was told to get out or they would call the cops. We don't think they grasped how silly that sounded, but they were on the right side of the door and we weren't. We didn't make it. Those are our final words. Anyone who reads this obscured writing. So, how do we use the padlock then? We did 60 days. You were driven away, but she's still alive. Days survived 60, soup consumed 5, water consumed 10.25, times defended shelters 0, successful expeditions 4 out of 5, items brought from your expeditions 10, no decisions 4, yes decisions 9. Alright, we got a couple achievements out of that. That was fun. We will do another run eventually. Let's look at the achievements here. Yeah, we're going to try to get all these achievements. So, we got the 10, 20, 40 days. We got Home Sweet Home, get to the shelter before the bomb hits, give and get back, show your evil self, rescue the whole family, die in your fallout shelter, break or use something in your fallout shelter, and live through the nuclear blast as Dolores. All right, so we got a good bit of achievements because last time we only had this one, and we'll do it again and try to get some more. See you next time. Peace out. Goodbye.